Welcome back, everyone. We will start with number 88 on the multiple choice that you can use calculator on. So let's start with 88. 88, if you look over, we have functions to you have 5 pictures and closed interval 2 to 4, which of the following could be the graph of a function with the property, and we have this 1 over 4 minus 2, 2 to 4, f of t dt is equal to 1. What is this equal to, guys? This is average function value where t goes from 2 to 4, right? So we're just looking for average here. Okay, let's look over quickly. A, we have something like this. We have a cone shape or maybe a parabola. But just consider this. If I make a straight arrow and then make a triangle out of that, and it's going up to 2, it's going from 2 to 4, it's really easy to get the area, right? Remember, this thing right here is just the area. Area divided by 2. So my red part area would be 2 times height 2 divided by 2. So I get 2 there, right? And if I put that in there, I'm supposed to get 1, right? So this straight line, this function will give you average value of 1 because I'm going to get 2 for the area divided by 2, 4 minus 2, and this is going to give you 1. But look over on the black line. This is slightly over the red triangle, right? Which means the average will be higher than 1. When the red line gives you average of 1, right? So we will just keep this as average with the triangle. Okay, this makes everything easy for us. If you go to second part, part B, we have this part here. It goes up this way. So it's not concave, but it's convex, right? It's squashed into the inside. So you can draw this triangle again and see that, okay, this red line is below the triangle that we drew here, right? So that's going to be less than 1. The average will be less than 1. So let's just write it out. Average will be less than 1 here. Over here, go back, part A, average will be greater than 1, right? Because the triangle gives you 1. All right, third one. Good. C is the answer for us, right? Let's draw C somewhere in between here. C is here. We have that goes up this way. So it's 2 here, it's 2 here, it's 4 here. Okay, so if I get the integration from 2 to 4, I'm just really adding this area, which is same as adding this triangle, right? So we're just going to get 1 from there, 1 from there. So area put together is 2 divided by the average value. To get the average value, we get 1 there. So that is our answer. C is that. And D, we have a straight line that goes from 2, 1 to 4, 3. Straight line is, you can just cut it in the right in the middle and that'll be your average. Average is 2. Part E, you have a flat line that goes through 2, right? It's like adding number 2 100 times and then dividing by 100. You get 2. So 2 is the average. So none of those works. C is our answer. Good. Moving on to 89. Now we're looking at something more interesting stuff. Now we're looking at volume problem. I have a parabola to start with. 2x minus x squared. And we will have certain cross-section area that we want to look at. So we have something like this, and the parabola is going down like this. It's going through 0 and 2, and the parabola is given as 2x minus x squared. Okay, so we're looking at this area. And they say that's the base of a solid, right? So we have a 3D object that is based on this and then is protruding out of the board, right? Okay, and it says each cross-section perpendicular to x-axis. X-axis is here, perpendicular here. If I cut it anywhere like this, that base will have a equilateral triangle. So just picture this. If I cut it here, I'm going to get this kind of triangle here. If I cut it here, I'm going to get a smaller triangle over here, smaller triangle over here, very small triangle. So on a 3D case, it's going to look like this. Triangle, 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 triangle. Hopefully you guys can see it. So that kind of 3D object, we want to find that out. This is really not that hard. Only thing I need to do is, well, I have a nice information that everywhere I cut, I need to get the area first, right? So let's come up with, okay, make a random x here. My point, random point here is x. Then I'm really looking for this length of y, right? Because that will be one side of my equilateral triangle. Okay, that length is coming from this. Good. So let's clean it up and then write it again using a fresh picture. So we're going to have a parabola that goes down like this, and pick any x. My height over here is given by 2x minus x squared. That's going to be one of my side of equilateral triangle, so we will draw it over here. So looking at the triangle, one side is given as 2x minus x squared. So here is also 2x minus x squared, 2x minus x squared. And it's really easy to find equilateral triangle area once you know one side. Okay, if this is picture is hard for you, just draw another circle, another triangle, and then name it. If this is S, this is S, this is S, that's one side, then half of it is S over 2. And this height given by 30-60 ratio, I'm going to get S radical 3 over 2. That's my height. Multiply these two, divide by 2, you get the area from here. Area is S squared radical 3 over 4. Good. I just need to transfer over here. Instead of using S, I'm going to put that in there. So we get here my real area is 2x minus x squared radical 3 over 4. Okay? So that's going to be my random point, my triangle area, right? And I have to go from here to here, right? So integrate over that line. That's going to give me the volume. So let's move over here and then find the volume. Volume would be going from 0 to 2, putting that area inside, 2x minus x squared over 4 radical 3 on the front. And that's going to give us dx there. And then once you use your calculator and then put it out, you're going to get this number 0.04618. And which is close to my answer, D. D says 0.0462. Good. Done, done, done. All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, here's a picture for number 90. This is not f, but it says f of prime of x. So we're looking at the derivative, right? Okay, and they're going to ask you questions about regular f. And they give you one more initial condition that f at 0 is equal to 0. Okay? So what are they asking for? They're going to ask you for these values, not f prime at 0. Of course, that's positive, but what is f of 0? So we're actually using fundamental theorem of calculus here. Okay? So over here, remember, if I have f prime of t, dt, and t is going from a to b, this is really same as the antiderivative b.